What should be the first step for any company who's just starting out on their sustainability journey? That's a question I hear a lot. In this video, I will share why identifying a person who is responsible for sustainability is a crucial first step and who should it be. Welcome back to your Impact House, where I help companies succeed on their sustainability journey. If this is the first time you stumbled across this channel, I'm glad to see you here. My name is Kristine and I'm the founder of Your Impact House. I work as a sustainability advisor for companies and investment funds and help them succeed on their sustainability journey. So if this topic is near and dear to your heart, make sure to subscribe to not miss any of the future videos. In this video, I will share my observations and my learnings from my experience working as a sustainability manager and as a sustainability consultant. Assigning this responsibility is a very important decision, and you shouldn't overlook this. So I believe that sustainability should be treated as any other project in the company. For a business to become more sustainable, there has to be a person who is held accountable for actually implementing the tasks and goals and making sure that the company progresses in a desired pace. Would you expect the sales team to work if there wouldn't be any person on the sales team? For the things that are really important for the business, usually there is a person who is responsible for it, and the same approach and the same thinking should be in place also for sustainability. So the worst thing that you could possibly do for sustainability to actually progress in the company is to leave it to someone who's just doing it in the evenings and weekends out of pure enthusiasm. That is a very unsustainable approach to sustainability, pun intended, because usually that person can only devote so much time and energy to the project. That is something that will make your sustainability journey longer and more expensive. And why would you ever want to choose that route if sustainability, if done properly, already is such a massive project? So who should kick off sustainability in the company? From my experience, you basically have three good options. Number one is hiring someone who would lead sustainability full-time, hiring a consultant, someone like me, and offering the role to someone in the company. All of the options have pros and cons. An in-house sustainability manager will have a better understanding of the company's operations and the culture, but an outsourced consultant probably will have more experience working with more companies and can offer you better insights on what is happening in the market. But before we get into it, let's first understand what is the main job of the sustainability manager. Feel free to use the following points as a job description if you need to. Based on my experience, the best possible route, of course, is hiring an experienced sustainability manager who owns all things related to sustainability and is responsible for ensuring that company progresses and succeeds on the journey. For someone outside the company, for example, investor, this shows that the company is actually committed to sustainability and that there will be progress. The most important job of a sustainability manager is to understand how to integrate sustainability into the current culture, into the business model, and the current operations. And that requires various skills and multidisciplinary knowledge, merging strategy, business, finance, marketing, and all things sustainability, environmental, social, and governance topics. That basically covers every aspect of the business. That person also has to be an excellent communicator. The job requires the person to be able to speak the same language as each department involved in executing sustainability projects. That means being able to agree on goals and specific KPIs with the IT, with operations, with shipping, with new products. Like all these different teams, they have different approach to their day-to-day operations. So the conversation will be very different with each one of them. So in essence, the person has to be able to manage a multi-stakeholder project, to set goals and KPIs and follow up with every team that is involved in building this sustainability journey, and create a process for gathering and reporting ESG and impact data. It's also important to consider if the person themselves is to some extent of a role model. If people look up to them, if they feel like that person is open to communication and hearing out feedback. Sustainability manager has to lead, to inspire, to educate, and to find a common ground between different departments and different priorities. It's an important role that is closely tied to the value that company brings into the world. So don't underestimate the importance of choosing the right person for this job. In reality, hiring a sustainability manager with years of experience is no easy task. This is still an emerging field, and there are not that many sustainability managers with years of experience to be enough for every company. And quite often, the company management isn't ready to commit to sustainability by hiring someone full-time to do this thing before they at least understand the playing field and understand why sustainability could be a business opportunity for them. In these cases, it might be worth exploring some of the other options. It might be an option to find a sustainability lead already in the company. This can be a great option if there is someone on the team who really cares about sustainability, who has been reading or learning about the subject on their own, and who wants to take the next step on their career journey and make more positive impact with the work that they do. However, there of course are also some negatives to choosing this route, because in this case, sustainability becomes just part of what the person is doing, and they are learning together with the company. So it might be a longer and slower route to actually reaching the goals. So who should it be in the company? Let's explore different options and what I think are the pros and cons for each. So first, and oftentimes the most logical one, is the CEO. So for the CEO to take up the role of the sustainability lead is quite a statement. First and foremost, I think that shows that the CEO is not just the head of the organization, but someone who actually wants to lead the organization through these changing times to the next level of success. The CEO also obviously has the best overview of the business, of the operations, and the potential risks in the future. CEO is also in the perfect position to mobilize the resources to achieve some of the goals that are related to sustainability. The biggest risk, however, is that if the CEO doesn't have the practical experience of implementing sustainability in the business, this can be a lengthy process, and it can also take too much time away from other business activities. Another quite common approach is that the sustainability is owned by the CFO or someone in the accounting team. This makes a lot of sense because a significant part of what sustainability is actually tracking, accounting, and reporting data. The end goal for any company is to have a solid process for measuring and reporting sustainability progress. And CFOs have the necessary experience and skills to work with large amounts of data. Another pro to CFO owning the sustainability is the fact that they are in a close reach within the leadership team. So that makes it easier to promote sustainability projects and make sure that sustainability stays consistently on top of the mind of the leadership team. However, what I have seen in the industry is that CFOs sometimes focus too much on the reporting, communicating to the investors, which of course is important, but there lacks the marketing and communication to employees, to customers, and to general public. So that's just something to keep in mind if CFO is the person who owns the sustainability in your company. Another route to take is to assign sustainability to someone in the marketing, for example, CMO. In those cases, usually the sustainability marketing and communication, the whole story behind why it's important, is strong. That is like the expertise of the marketing team. However, for the sustainability story to have a substance, there actually have to be progress that has to be delivered by the other departments. And it is not always the case that the marketing department can actually get things done in other departments. Prioritizing sustainability on other departments can be the challenge. In reality, sustainability can become the responsibility of people reporting to the positions I previously mentioned. This can ensure that there is a constant progress on the sustainability projects, but at the same time, this can result in a slower decision-making process and a lack of buy-in from the whole leadership team. At the same time, this can create an opportunity for career growth and finding purpose in the current company for someone who might be starting to look at opportunities elsewhere. So, as I said, there are pros and cons for each option. If assigning sustainability to someone inside the team isn't something that you think would work out for you, good thing there is another option to consider: hiring a sustainability consultant. As I am a sustainability consultant myself, I don't think that you would really buy if I would tell you that hiring one is the silver bullet solution to all your problems. And in reality, it is not. So let me share my experience and what I think are the real pros and the real cons of working with a sustainability consultant. From my experience, companies choose to work with sustainability consultants for several reasons. One, consultants have the practical know-how of how to actually implement sustainability. Two, it helps save time and resources, especially in the initial research and strategy building phase. And three, they want to learn what the current industry practices are and how ambitious the goals and KPIs should be. Another formal or more informal role sustainability consultant takes is the leadership team's educator and trainer. It is very common for leadership teams to have different levels of understanding of what sustainability is and different visions for what sustainability would mean for this particular company. So the consultant's job is to create a common ground of understanding of what sustainability is, what it should be, and where the company should be going. At the same time, I think it's important that I also acknowledge that the most common challenge for sustainability consultants is to have enough understanding of what is the business and what are the current business priorities. So to avoid that, the leadership team hiring the sustainability consultant should book enough time every week to check in with the sustainability consultant to make sure that the consultant understands what is the playing field, understands all aspects of the business, and help the leadership team make the best decisions possible. So I hope that these pros and cons and benefits and challenges were useful for you in making the decision on how to take the first step on your sustainability journey. The time to start thinking about sustainability was yesterday, but if you haven't done it then, it's better to start today. If you have any additional questions, just leave them in the comments or reach out to my email and I would be happy to have a chat with you. Thank you for watching and best of luck on this journey to make your company future-proof.